Two dudes run inside the house. One of them ended up on the porch. He crawled in like, oh, let me in. Let me in. Then you hear the blood gush. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to My Twisted Life with Poetry. You are here for a Damnation TV review. This is season 1, episode 6. And I believe this episode is called In Wyoming Fashion, something like that. And I really think like the last act of the episode was what the Wyoming fashion was about. Oh, I got my glasses on. You know, you get that glare. We don't want the glare. So, this episode was a lot better than last week's for me. Y'all know last week I wasn't feeling it. I wasn't feeling good either though, so it may have just been that. But I wasn't feeling last week's episode. I'm still disappointed that my girl Connie wasn't in the episode. I'm still a little disappointed that my girl Bessie hasn't kept up with her conniving ways. She seems to be just stuck on the love she's feeling for Creeley and acting on that. We start off 1921. Was it 1924? It was 7 years, 1924, because it was 7 years earlier than the original episode began. We got Seth, Creeley, and Les all rolled up together, rolling up on this this piece of property, and they got their CGI on. I don't know if it's a CGI face or if they had Botox that day. But when they do that to actors, it looks really weird. I really wish that they would just get another actor to play the younger selves, because that looks so Martian-like. It's kind of like how because they look paler. And anyway, I'm gonna say they're getting their CGI face on, and they roll up on this little farm. They ready to go wreak some havoc for this oil company. The oil company is basically land grabbing. It's pretty much what's going on with modern day times, that the banks are trying to land grab from the farmers. And so Creeley, he like, you know, first they talking to him like, okay, Squiggly, we know this ain't your thing, but you know, we got to get it done, so got to put your feelings aside. And Creeley like, that's what's up. I'm ready to roll. Y'all ain't gonna even be ready for me how I'm about to get down up here. So he ride up on the dude. He talking all tough, and he ready to pull a bullet up in him. And then a child opens the door. Creeley catches some feelings. He catches some feelings. Seth take the gun from him like, bump that. Hey, your land or your life. What up, homie? Bone check, homie. What you gonna do? And you know, the man is pleading, He's like, take the land, take the land, take the land. So Seth is still ready to put a bullet in his ass. And Creeley like, come on, dog. He already said he gonna take the, we can take his land. He gonna clear out. So we did what we came to do. We can go and roll. Let him keep his life. So we end up back at the carny, and Seth and Creeley are still where, you know, Seth busted in on him, shot the shaky hand hitman, and he down on the ground. Seth, you know, looking all scared and stuff like that. So he really is still telling Seth about what he gonna do. Y'all know from all my other reviews, I do not like the conversation. I know the conversation is for us, the television viewers, but I be like, go in there and just pop, bang, bang. That's how my godmama taught me. She said, when you ready to fight, when you ready to get down, don't be coming in there talking and popping off at the gums. You come in there swinging, saving all your doggone energy for the fight. All that conversation. Anyway, he conversating with him like, you gonna go in there and you gonna confess to those murders that you said I did that I didn't do. Yada, 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 yada. And Seth is pretty much like, what you not gonna do is tell me what I am gonna do. That's pretty much what's going on. And he like, it's your doggone fault that Cynthia dead. So he said, so what is this about? This is revenge. That's what this about. Pretty like, look, the blood is on your hands, the same as it's on my hands in regards to Cynthia. I don't know what's up with Cynthia. Like I said, maybe Cynthia is some chick that they both used to mess around with, and one stole one from the other and she ended up dead. I don't know, but they keep bringing up Cynthia, so maybe we get the backdrop on her soon. So Seth is like, look, I'm not the man I used to be. I'm not the man I used to be. Creeley popped off one by his head, you know. And he say, yeah, me either. I ain't the same man either. So then all of a sudden Seth got tough again. I was like, what's going on? What happened? Well, old Fugitive Lou done finally caught up to them. He ran up behind him in the back of the barn. He got his gun on the back of Creeley's head. Seth get all up in his face like, You thought you was tougher than me. You thought you was faster than me. Well, you might be, but you ain't tougher than me and Fugitive Lou together, baby. You ain't tougher for us together. So Seth said, Creeley's like, his ass is all caught up again. And I'm like, dude, Creeley, boo, you gonna need to be a little bit more alert. You keep letting people sneak up on your butt. I mean, and I fucks with you over Seth. Seth get on my doggone nerves between the two of you. And I know Seth is on the right side. He on the side of the farmers. He don't want these people stealing the farmers' land. I agree with that cause. But Seth is an arrogant ass that really gets on my nerve. And although you may be arrogant as well, I don't think of you as an ass per se. And maybe it's because you always slip back into squiggly mode when, you was the little dude that used to get his ass whipped by his daddy all the doggone time. Maybe that's it. But you need to get together, home. For me, for my sake. That's all I'm saying. So, Sheriff died. He out at the corner, trying to calm down the corner of a goers about seeing the body. Well, for real, he actually ain't calming him down. Because they ain't alone for real. They really not. He like, go ahead now. Go ahead. Ain't nothing to see here. So this dude step up and was like, hey, I think his name was Hal. And I was like, okay. He said, so what I do see, Sheriff died, is that you ain't got a hand on this situation. You ain't got a hand on the criminals and the outlaws in this her community. And the only thing I do see you have a hand in is our pockets. So Sheriff is like, boy, you better watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. Watch who you speaking to. He said, I ain't got to watch nothing. It's freedom of speech, baby. I got that right and I'm going to use it, right? So he said, look here. All the other people, just have people coming back now and they listen, they ear hustling and stuff now. He said, look here. You out here ain't protecting the farmers, people snatching up land, dead bodies popping up here and there, and you making the law dirty. You're a dirty dog, and I'm here to clean it up. My name is Melvin, and I'm running for office. That was his name, Melvin. It wasn't Hal. Sheriff Dodd is looking like this motherfucker here. So I'm like, where is the tough Sheriff Dodd? And again, I know his name is Don, but I'm gonna call him Dodd. Like, where is the tough Sheriff Dodd from the beginning of the season when he was out there whooping that dude butt in the backyard over some doggone moonshine? Where he at? That tough dude ain't been back since that first episode. And I'm like, oh, Melly Mel for real? Look like he can give the sheriff a run for his money. I think he can. So Seth and Fugitive Lou, they back out there interrogating the old shaking hand hitman who I thought was dead. I thought Creeley killed him, but evidently he didn't. So Fugitive Lou out there ready to snip his balls. He said, hey, I'm gonna make you sing like a soprano if you don't start singing like a canary. And shaking hand hitman is like, kill me. God is dead anyway. I don't care. You a fake ass preacher. You a fake ass preacher. I don't give a damn about none of y'all. Go on, takes me out, bro. So Seth stood up and said, okay, pow, pow, bam, nigga, you dead. Jesus wept. And somehow they end up at Martha's. And Martha's tending to Lou and taking the bullet out of him. And she's saying, like, you know what, I don't know what you so-called preachers are doing. I'm not sure. But I know I'm down with Seth. I'm ready to ride, die for him no matter what. And Fugitive Lou was like, you really believe in this hype? You really believe in him? And I'm telling you, I'm still thinking that Fugitive Lou is up to no good. He probably the person that's really there to come kill him and just trying to butter him up, make him gain all his trust back before he do it. That's just what I was thinking right now. So dude goes over to Crumples. Yes, I know his name is Rumple. I like to call him Crumple because his name is Calvin Rumple, and I just mix them together. He Crumple. So he's still packing and he about to get gone. Like, you know, he think the whole, but Sheriff think the whole Melly Mel setup, you know, I'm running for office, is set up by Crumple. So Dodd said, you know what, I got other plans. You ain't finna run. I want you to go tell your boy Duval that he can have Holden as long as he fund my sheriff campaign. And Crumple was like, Duval? Wait, what? He confused, right? Like, what the heck would I be dealing with Duval? You know, he's an industrialist, whatever. Because, you know, every time that he have a conversation, he having this conversation with Hyde, PhD. Got to make sure you throw that PhD on the end of that. So he knew nothing of Duval, but now he's saying, like, if Duval is involved, you know what? I'm not finna skip out of town. It's going to be a full-on sprint up out of here for real. So Amelia, she rushes in the house looking for Seth, you know. He ain't at home. She hears somebody pull up in the dirt. She grab a gun, breath all heavy, hand all shaking, but she ready to pop whoever come through the door. The door open, light pop on. It's Seth. Now, why the heck did not Amelia not turn them damn lights on when she came in the house herself? Why she didn't turn the lights on? What's wrong with her? Anyway, Seth tell her, you know what? I think it's time that we bounce. Wait, what? Where'd that come from? Now it's time we bounce? I'm confused. She confused. It's first of all, what y'all do with my boy Creeley? That's what I want to know. And second of all, really, for real, it really ain't no second of all. Anyway, Amelia is determined to stay there and fight. She's like, I ain't going nowhere. This is the first we got along in any other city. And then on top of that, if we go to another city, what's going to stop your brother from coming there too? Because you claim that he only here because we here doing this. So when we go to another city and do it again, what makes you think he ain't gonna not go there? So I'm still trying to figure out, like, why is this such an important issue for these two people? Back in the day, Seth apparently was, you know, land grabbing. Amelia was rich and well off, well-to-do, so they just trying to stick it to the man? Is that what they doing? Like, they have really no general interest in what's going on. So why are they like the forerunners or the front runners of what's going on with these strikes? I just don't get it. I don't understand it. Maybe they'll explain it to us soon. Okay, so we go back in the day. Fugitive Lou, he tell him like, hey, dude ain't left that land yet. And Seth and Creeley passing back looks at each other like, we know it's your fault, Creeley. We know it's your fault. Then the Spanish maid come in and she rushed Fugitive Lou out. And then walk Pops. We finally could see Pops. Hey, Pops. Hey, boy. Hey. Well, he is the one that's employing the boys to go out here and do this land grab. So Seth lied and say, you know what? We got this. We got this. And Creeley really did his doggone thing today. He was out there busting it out and stepped his game up. Pops is like, that's cool. That's what's up. Appreciate that. Bow. Backhand to Seth. Knocked his butt out that chair. Got up, fixed his britches. Start laying into it with his foot like, you dumb mother sucker ducker. He said, that's for lying to me, Pooh. That's for lying to me. And Creeley sitting there like a little duck. I'm like, well, do something, Pooh. Do something to it. Y'all against y'all daddy. Y'all could have handled him. Pops is kicking the cowboy shit up out of Seth for lying. And for coming for Creeley, for real. So then after he gets done whooping his ass, Creeley laying all on the floor. Not Creeley, Seth on the floor. All like that, you know. He sit back down at the table, start eating his victuals. He tell Creeley, go on, eat up, boy. Because after this, we riding out. We riding out. So they go back out. They pan back out to the land that's supposed to be grabbed. And the dude is sitting out there with two of his friends. He ready. He like, we gonna fight these Turner boys back, you know. And at this point, I'm realizing that Turner is the actual last name. Because we know Creeley's last name is Turner. But Seth been using Seth Davenport. And I know he's using Davenport because he's using the alias. But I wonder if Seth is his real name too. Maybe he just switched Davenport. Okay, anywho. So, gunshots break out. Okay? More bad shooting happen. Because you know this show is horrible with their shooting seasons. So more bad shooting happen. And everybody on the porch gets shot. Two dudes run inside the house. One of them ended up on the porch. He crawled in like, oh, let me in. Let me in. Then you hear the blood gush. And so they know somebody on the porch because their boy just got stabbed out there. So now they just shooting at the door. Blah, 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 blah. They still laying on the ground because both of them shot. And they blah, 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 blah. And so one of them get brave enough to creep over to the door. He crack it open, bam. He just knocked out. He bam, he got killed. And so old Pops come in. He like, look here. You thought you was gonna get us. We the Turner boys, boy. Don't you know? We the Turner boys. What? What, son? So he calls in Creeley. He like, look, y'all don't lay him to rest. I done killed all the rest of it. I'm tired now. Y'all don't lay them to rest. So Creeley, I can't do it. I'm gonna do it. I can't do it. Oh, I'm gonna do it. So after some long hesitation, you know, old daddy gonna convince him to go ahead and pull the trigger. Next, we see Creeley waking up in the chicken coop. As they did to my boy, they knocked him out and put him in the chicken coop. Is a chicken in there or a hen in there trying to lay some eggs in his hat, you know. And he rushes on back to the sugar sack. in squiggly mode. He ain't in Creeley mode. He in squiggly mode. So he ready to get the sheriff and Crumple. He like, you know what? I need to get it together. And Bessie's like, boo, what's going on? What the what? You know? He ain't got no shoes on his feet. They done stole the shoes. He like, I need some boots, woman. I need some boots. And she's like, what is going on? And she's like, talk to me, baby. Just talk to me. And he like, why, woman? Why? Why does it even matter to you? She's like, it's fool. I'm the only person in this town to give a damn about you. That's why. So he finally break down and give her the whole story about his life. You know, 7 years ago, my brother set me up for murder, and Martin Edgar Hyde, PhD, rescued me from a life sentence. You know, but it came with a price. You know, I'm free, but I ain't free. You know what I'm saying? He said that fool say how jump, I say how high. He say kill this person, I say when. You know, so that's how my life is. It ain't my own. Bessie's like, yo, damn brother. Oh, we have to get him. He gonna have to admit to those doggone murders. He's like, I know, but right now we need to go handle this strike break. We need to go handle this strike. End it for once and all. I need to go see the sheriff, right? So he heading out the door. Who did he see? The old sheriff and the dumb deputies right there with him, right? But the sheriff was looking for him for a whole nother reason. Quartered my boy off. Now he on lockdown, right? So Creeley say, dude, you got the wrong man. He said, what if I did put the bodies there? Seth killed him? You know, he said them, like plural, them. He said, so SJ said, you're a damn coward. You got me locked up here in jail. He's still in jail. Framing me. Now you're trying to frame the preacher man. And like, you shot my daddy. You couldn't even look him in the eye. You know, you might as well just shot him in the back, you punk. Creeley said, boy, I did your ass a favor by shooting your daddy. At least I can make you a man now. Get off your daddy teats for a minute. Sam trying to get all tough on the cage. It's like, you ain't got no cuffs on. What you all tough on the balls like that for? Sheriff like, calm down, brown cow. Calm down, brown cow. So Creeley tell him, no, for real though. If I was you, Sheriff, I would go snooping around that church. You know, you may find some more bodies out there. So Seth and Fugitive Lou, they over at the church reminiscing on old times. And Seth is like, well, Seth is. Fugitive Lou was like, dude, let that shit go. It's old news, right? Stop worrying about thinking about that old stuff. Then the church doors bust open. I'm thinking it's the sheriff. No, it's the farmers. Crumple did exactly what everybody said to do. He foreclosed on all the properties at one time, exactly like Creeley said. And he packed the shit up and left town, exactly like Seth said. Now, what you gonna do, bro? What you gonna do? So, Seth is telling them just trust in the Lord and lean on his understanding. The farmers is like, look, we ain't got the dairy farmers no more on our side. It's only the corn farmers now. We ain't got the dairy farmers on our side, and we can't afford another penny auction with just us. So, he said, go home. Just go home now. Wait on me to call. Let go and let God. And as they walking out, the sheriff walk in, right? So he come in stomping on the floorboards, and Amelia and Seth looking like, what you doing? What are you doing? I'm like, dude, they buried them bodies outside the house, up on the hill. They ain't burying them in the church. But lo and behold, the bodies are there. Yes, the bodies were right, what Creeley said. I'm like, Creeley, you old sniggy dog. You done hid them bodies under that church. So, dumb deputy, he's dragging the bodies off. And Sheriff is like, I'm like, Sheriff, why you ain't arresting them? You arrested SJ because of a damn toothpick. You arrested Creeley because somebody said he paid the little carnival to stop the little ride. But you ain't nobody see him put the body on there. But you can't arrest these mugs and you finding bodies under their church. Sheriff is like, I'm going to have to take y'all in, for real. Seth jumped bad up in his face, and then Amelia stepped up in with a little cool head. And she's like, look here, Sheriff. We are servants. Let us serve you. I mean, after all, the farmers, they on our side. And you going to need their vote when you finna go up on Melly Mel election time. Yes, you will. So, Bessie, she come into jail and bring Creeley some shoes. His old ungrateful ass, because they ain't boots. I'm like, boy, you better take these damn Stacey Adams and put them on your feet. So, Bessie suggested she call on Martin Edgar, PhD. And he like, hell no, he gonna kill both of us. Don't call him. I think he said, go on and smash the sheriff, make some money, work your magic that way like you did last time to help me out. And she say, look, we got a little problem. I can't be doing it. He's like, what the hell not? Because it's my daddy, folks. He is without words. He's without words. And Bessie's like, fine, let me go figure out how to get your butt out of this doggone jail. And really, in so many words, at this moment, they kind of like really acknowledge their feelings for one another. He's like, I can't get my feelings all cut up because I could be out of here at any minute. And she was like, yeah, I know. I be trying not to get my feelings caught up too. So he gets her his little mother's locket when he was a little fat, little chunky little boy. He was an ugly little boy in that picture too. Remember that locket? That was an ugly little picture. But he gives her the locket and said, it's the last thing I got of my mama. Hold that for me until I come back for you. And she like, I know I'm not alone in my feelings now. Ooh-wee. So Bessie say, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and get you out. I'm going to work on getting you out. But if you need some leverage, the sheriff's dirty little secret. Use me if you need to. Just keep on using me. Until you use me up. Anyway, Seth and Amelia still haven't figured out how to dupe the sheriff. And it's the next day. So Seth is like, fuck it. I'm just going to let him lock me on up. I'll make sure that you ain't got no blame in on this and leave you out of it. And Fugitive Blue was like, well, sure. That's my cue. This fool was planning on robbing the bank while the sheriff was out there arresting Seth. And Amelia's like, so you rob banks? Okay. Why don't you get in on that? And this is going how we beat the banks, right? But Fugitive Blue was like, wait a minute, I need that money. What you talking about? And so Seth convinced him that the farmers need the money more. I just didn't see Lou taking it that easily. This was what you do for a living. You a fugitive in 5 different states, and you finna just let this one go because your homeboy said the farmers need the money. Whatever. Come on, man. So anyway, they mount up. They outside the bank drinking, ready to rob it. One of the farmers, they go inside. He looking at Seth like, I don't know you fool. He said, you know what, I may be a little drunk. Maybe that's what it is. I'm gonna take that as me being drunk and let me go ahead over here to my corner. So he don't say nothing. Di go out to the farm and they got shaky hand hitman laying on the floor. Blood shot through his head. And Amelia trying to convince him that the dude just broke in. But Sheriff was like, do you play me for a fool? You think I'm with a fool or what? She say, no, okay. I know you see those rope marks on his arms. I know what I know. I know his body's a little cold right now. So, he didn't just die like I'm saying. But let's not be foolish here. I can scratch your back. You can scratch mine. I don't know what deal they concocted between one another. But, I know what that is. Okay, because the next thing we see, the sheriff is out there with Shakespeare. Shakespeare is writing the news article about what's going on. They trying to get him the publicity like he done solved the biggest crime and we done caught the town killer. This is him right here. He had IDs on his body. Re-elect me. That's what that about. Amelia is planning to this re-election thing to get Sheriff Di back in it. And dumb deputy, he can't believe his ears. But he don't say nothing because, he dumb. He don't say nothing at all. But back at the bank, they got this timer on the lock that's on the set, and so Fugitive Blue decided to blow the doors off. Well, if they wanted to be inconspicuous, this was not the way to go. They blew not only the doors off, they blew the wall out their motherfucking bank. So they run out with the money and the land deeds or what have you, and Lou was like, hey, y'all just been robbed by Lunez. Party over here. He take his mask off and everything. And they run right into another dude on the street trying to be Captain Saberhawk. Well, he say, I always wanted to be a hero. Lou take his guns and say, really? I ain't never want to be. Right before Lou pop his ass, Seth, throw the money up in the air. Throw it up. Make it out, fall out. Throw it up. He throwing the money up in the air. Of course, everybody rushing in like some broke ass strippers start picking up these dollars. This gives them out in time to get away. I don't know how much time. Okay, so Seth broke it up. Seth looked up at Creeley in the jailhouse, right? Creeley looking out, tips his hat to him like, bitch, sucker, got you. And Creeley's like, fuck. Round 2. Oh, this round 4. Lost this one. Okay. So they go back into the days of old, and Seth is out cold on the bed after getting his ass whipped by Daddy. And I guess it's the first time we see that Creeley is starting to cut himself. I don't understand it. Ain't nobody explained that to me yet, why he like to cut himself. But we go back to the sugar shack. Creeley out of jail. You know, he runs into his room to go see his little sweet Bessie. Instead, he see old creepy looking Mark and Edgar Hyde, PhD. Bessie come home to see her boo walking out of her life, just like he said he would. Just like he said. Well, that's it, y'all. That is the end of this episode. Let me know what y'all think. If I missed anything, drop it down below. Like I said, this was a lot better episode than last week. I really didn't have any real complaints about it this time. Not for real. So, thank y'all. Like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell for more. Talk about it. Let's talk about it in the comment section, all right? Peace.